I was 8 years old when this all went down.
Uh-huh.
I want a history lesson on Ryan Perrilloux.
Really? So you saw the Perrilloux story with Jacques
Yeah.
yesterday, which I thought this is another compliment to our friend Jacques Doucette over at WAFB, who has hustled. He's done a great job of just kind of creating content during a downtime in
He's the
sports.
GOAT.
He is the GOAT. I was going down River Road a couple of weeks back, and I saw him set up with his camera on the levee, shooting some players running up and down the levee. I mean, he's working he's working hard, man. And he got Ryan Perrilloux into the studio yesterday at WAFB, and a picture on social media came of that meeting from across the street from us right here at Guarantee. Perrilloux's lost a lot of weight. Looks very skinny, but he is rocking a 2007 National Championship shirt with Jacques. If you're watching on Facebook Live or on 1045ESPN.com. And just to give you a little bit of history, Sammy, in 2005, Les Miles' first recruit that he got when he was announced LSU's head coach was he got into the car and drove down to Reserve, Louisiana, and went and got Ryan Perrilloux, because when Nick Saban was the head coach, he had kind of said that he wasn't recruiting Perrilloux, or Perrilloux was committed to Texas. He was going to Mac Brown and play for the University of Texas at the time, but he was the number one player in the country. He was the best quarterback in the country. He was the best player in the country, and he was right in LSU's backyard, and Miles went and got him. But when he got to campus, that's as healthy as LSU's quarterback room may have ever been since I've been covering LSU sports, or since I've been a fan of LSU sports. I mean, you're talking about Matt Flynn, Jamarcus Russell, and Ryan Perrilloux in the same quarterback room. That's as strong as that unit has been in the last 25 years for sure. And Perrilloux just kind of got lost in the shuffle as far as early on playing time. Jamarcus was a starter when he got here. Flynn had the 2007 National Championship season where Perrilloux was a guy that contributed. They don't win the 2007 National Championship without him. You know what I mean? He makes enormous plays against Florida. He scored a touchdown in that regular season game against Florida that goes down as one of the best. He started the SEC championship game versus Tennessee, where he was the offensive player of the game. He scored a 2-point conversion, a quarterback keeper, and he made a pass to Demetrius Byrd that not a lot of players at that time could have made. I mean, it was a 35-yard comeback route to the end zone where, I mean, the ball never got 12 feet off the ground. He was as talented as anybody that's come through here. He ran into some trouble off the field and was dismissed from the team in the offseason between 2007 and 2008, and I will believe wholeheartedly that they are a national championship contender, may even play for it with him at quarterback. I mean, if you think about that 2008 team, they had the best defense in the country. Tyson Jackson, Derry Beckwith, all those guys that had come back. And then the offense, without Perrilloux, had players everywhere. And that's where you had to, Andrew Hatch, Jarrett Lee. Guys just weren't ready. They just weren't ready for that stage. And if you've got Perrilloux in 2008, you're the defending national champs with him at quarterback with the best defense in the country. And who knows? Who knows what happens? It's a sad story at the end of it because there was so much promise, and you just don't know what could have been. He did win a Super Bowl ring with the New York Giants.
Well, I remember his name growing up, but I was 8 years old, so all I was worried about is eating Dippin' Dots.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, and you should have been. But he will be, I don't know what his legacy will be, Danny. I mean, great high school football player. I'm telling you, maybe you talk about Randy Livingston coming up at 8 a.m., very comparable in the sense of they are myths when you speak of them. But once he got to LSU, he helped you, in certain spots. I would have loved to have seen him as a full-time starter with that 2008 team. You just never know what could have been because he was set. It felt like he was set to break out. Jacques did a great job by tracking him down, and look forward to that conversation coming up on WAFB